Two unarmed slaves were told that if they crossed the cornfield in front of them, they would be free. What they didn't know was that the hunters behind them had already chosen their weapons. Realizing they were prey, the two men ran for their lives. After dodging the first round of arrows, the hunter, who specializes in throwing, targets them again. This time, the goddess of fortune did not favor them. When his companion falls, the man panics. He desperately fled while looking back in horror. The next second, the spear ran through the man's body. The hunters erupted in excited cheers. This was the most brutal hunting game at the end of the Mayan civilization. These captives covered in blue dye. No one has ever been able to run out of these just a few dozen meters. But this man is different. When it's his turn, his eyes are unusually determined. He ran an unusual S-shaped route, and the more tenacious the prey was, the more excited the hunters became. Sharp arrows and spears flew one after another, but they were all dodged by his maneuvers. The man managed to catch the attention of the hunter leader. When he was hit by an arrow and fell to the ground, the chief revealed a winning smile. Just when the chief's son, ready to go forward to make up for the moment, not yet dead companion, a hand pulled the chief's son down to the ground. The man took the opportunity to break the arrow shaft. When the chief's son gets close, he stabs him in the vitals. When the chief realized that his son had staggered and fallen to the ground, he realized that something was wrong. He rushed forward like a madman, and the only man who survived took advantage of the confusion to burrow into the cornfield. The chief held his dying son with nothing but monstrous rage in his eyes. He rose slowly, leading all the hunters in pursuit. The real hunt was only beginning now. The man ran furiously all the way, and the vengeful hunters didn't give him any chance to catch his breath. The sharp pain from his wound gave him an idea. He quickly climbed up a big tree. Even if it hurt, he didn't dare to make a sound, for the hunter was close at hand. But despite the man's caution, the blood from his wound began to drip down from the leaves of the tree, falling on the passing hunter. Fortunately, the hunter doesn't notice, but a greater crisis ensues. The man is forced to race against the cheetah. The intense desire to survive forces him to greater speed than ever before, yet the danger extended far beyond this single beast. The hunter, having detected his trail, closed in from the opposite direction. There are pursuers in front and cheetahs behind. The man didn't dare to be half relaxed. Both the hunter and the cheetah were closing in on him, but the hunter, who was focusing on catching the man, did not find the cheetah behind the man. The next second, he became the prey of the cheetah, waiting for the hunter's companions to arrive. The hunter has been torn into a pile of mosaic. After the panther was killed, the pursuit began again. The man bit off a piece of bark into his mouth, chewed it, and blocked the wound, dragging his body to continue to run wildly. The hunter was in the tree at this time, and found the blue dye on man's body. But the next second, a poisonous snake suddenly lunged. Although the hunter reacted very quickly to fling the snake away, his companions only took one look at the wound and knew he would not survive. So the crowd did not hesitate to abandon him. The chase continued. The hunters locked onto the man once again. Arrows and stones flew out one after another, only to be dodged by him again and again. But the man who ran all the way suddenly stopped. There is no road in front of him. There is only 100 meters high waterfall. All in front of him seems to be a dead end, but jumping down may still have a glimmer of hope. So the man took a deep leap and jumped down towards the bottomless waterfall. The chief of the hunters looked at the